Metaplanet adds 463 BTC to its reserves, bringing it to a total of 17,500 Bitcoin. Huge news. Let's dive in. Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Ethereum bouncing back, rising from the ashes, I should say, because you guys remember when everyone was saying Ethereum's dead after it did not moon right after ETH 2.0 was fully integrated. Let's dive in. So we see where Ethereum's at right now. Taking a look. Pull back a little bit to 35.84, staying within range. If we go to the daily time frame, we can see what just happened over the past few days after going to about 37.29. As of today, it's pulling back a little bit of a retracement. As you can see, we go to the weekly time frame. You can see a major level of resistance at this level. Major level of resistance right here. Okay. So this is what we see. This is kind of that zone. If we wanted to kind of mimic the zone we put on the bottom, we can kind of use the same avenue so you guys can really visualize this level that we're looking at. I know you guys have really appreciated the TA that we put out last week as it pertains to Bitcoin. This is a major level of resistance right here. Going in, bouncing out, not really clearing and closing above. A big indicator for a continuation would be breaking and clearing 4,100 at this point, which would be really just breaking, closing above this wick, which is the top level of this box right here. So pay attention to that. Ethereum, yeah, the Ethereum ETFs, they're increasing. Open interest and dominance is approaching 40%. So we're seeing a lot of momentum when it comes to Ethereum. Ethereum is doing everything that they said it couldn't, to be honest with you. Next up here, we see banks could now be fined massively for debanking crypto and conservatives. Reports say the White House is finalizing executive order authorizing regulators to penalize banks that cut off crypto firms and conservative aligned clients. And it's not just crypto firms. It pretty much what was happening was a lot of retail as well was being unbanked because they wanted to invest in crypto or because they made some money in crypto. They were being unbanked. Like the bank was just pretty much saying, we don't want to bank with you because you're receiving withdrawals from Coinbase, you're receiving withdrawals from Kraken or however, whatever may have you. They were just saying, no, we don't want to deal with it. And the same thing was happening for crypto companies who were trying to build new tech, right? That was happening. And pretty much the White House is pretty much drafting executive order that would impose penalties for banks who are dropping customers for political reasons as well as crypto reasons. So very interesting to see how that plays out. We know what's happening. We know that, imagine you have someone whose account's always overdrafted. Now it's consistently withdrawing $20,000 a month from a crypto exchange. They were being told, oh, you can't bank here anymore. That was happening. So we'll see how that plays out. Going up here, Trump calls Elizabeth Warren a loser. And more so, this was mainly because she was one of the people spearheading against crypto, right? And that's kind of why I wanted to touch on this, not to get too political, right? But this is a fact. She was not for Bitcoin. She was not for allowing the people to invest in the crypto markets. She wanted to ban it. Okay, so going up here, we see that President Donald Trump takes aim at Elizabeth Warren, and more so just seeing all the progression that the United States in particular has made when it comes to crypto, when it comes to investing in crypto and allowing crypto to be embraced. And ultimately, with the goal in mind, President Donald Trump has said they want to make crypto, they pretty much want to make the United States the crypto capital of the world, right? That's what they want to do. And taking a jab there. But what they're saying here is the Trump family is one of the wealthiest business families in the U.S. and is involved in multiple crypto ventures: Bitcoin treasury, meme coins, crypto exchange, ETFs, crypto mining, DeFi, NFTs. The first family is engaged in nearly every segment of the crypto industry. However, these ventures have raised eyebrows due to alleged conflict of interest, and the Democratic leader has also criticized the progress of crypto-related bills in the U.S. Talking about the Genius Act, which the president recently signed, was the main focus point of her recent letter to the OCC. While the deals with stablecoin regulation launched by the Trump family-backed crypto organization is a major player in the $268 billion market, what they're saying here is that it's really just an attack personally, and that she's essentially mad that she continues to lose these arguments, right? So for whatever reason, yes, the president's family, his companies are involved in crypto, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. I think the problem is when you have people in office, right? You have these people in office who are able to get insider information, right? And so I think you have that Nancy Pelosi situation where her salary is $170K, but she's worth $500 million, right? And is she a savvy investor, or did she know lawsuits were coming to certain companies and were able to sell, or she was able to know what lawsuits are ending early and was able to take a buy, right? That's where, at least for us, there should be a problem in our opinion, right? I don't think it's a problem with people openly buying Bitcoin, openly buying Ethereum, because it's an open market. Everybody can do that. It's not just, you have some insider information here. Of course, everywhere you'll have some in the know if you're in the know, right? You're going to have some inkling, right? At least even with us, right? We can see when the news gets printed, and you essentially have to sometimes read between the lines, right? How do you think we're able to get in Ethereum so early, right? Read between the lines and use that open information to make an investment decision. And I think that's where the problem lies, when you have people that work in the governments and have private information and are using that the open markets don't have, right? It happens, but I definitely think that you're going to see a lot more people come out publicly and talk about their crypto accumulation. Next up, Metaplanet being one of them, boost their Bitcoin holdings by buying $54.4 million of Bitcoin. Okay, so they're adding another 463 Bitcoin to its reserves, raising its total to 17,595 Bitcoin and counting. Right? Who knows how much they're buying on a daily, if not weekly basis. You can see their balance sheet there. This is one thing I love about crypto. You can see their balance sheet, right? You can see it on the blockchain as well. And so that's a cool thing. It's not hidden. You can track wallets and see who's buying what. That's the beautiful thing about crypto. So going back to some TA, as we see here, when we tie everything together and we talk about why this all matters, right? ETH's price strengthening, right? ETH's looking like a juggernaut now, right? We got banking regulatory clarity, right? When it comes to embracing crypto and not getting your bank account closed because you deal with crypto. We got political headlines, right? With pretty much saying, oh, the president's family's companies in crypto, you can't be making crypto policies, even though it's a tech that can not only change the financial future for everyone, but also change the transparency of governments and institutions and the way we do business, right? And how we tie that all together is really by realizing the time we're in and the opportunity at hand, because everyone has an opportunity to get it now. You can buy one XRP for $3. There's going to be a time where XRP is not going to be $3. We'll never see $3 anymore. That's going to happen. Same thing with Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's at 112, just over 112,000. There's gonna be a time where we don't see these prices, and you have an opportunity to get in now. So looking at this TA, spot on TA. This is what I was talking about earlier. You guys appreciated that. Thank you guys for the shout out there. We are pulling back, which is okay. We respected this level almost perfectly with 2 wicks. Boom, boom. Now pulling back. So how I'm looking at this is it's a break or bounce scenario. We're coming down, pulling up. We could make a new leg down, which is fine. Next level of support would be under 110,000. So I'll wait and see. We'll wait and see how that plays out. We look at XRP. XRP's in indecision mode, indecision candles. We see here, this is the market cap. And looking at the market cap, we can see that. But also if we go to the actual price, pretty much the same thing as the market cap indecision. After a huge bullish candle last month, and we go in the week, major bullish candles for July, right? Pulling back a little bit, which is really, we're looking at that as just cooling off a little bit, and we'll see where that goes. And this is all predicated on, I think it's predicated on Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? What's going to happen? Are we going to enter alt season? But the zone that we're looking at is that $4 to $5 level, which really in turn would really just be another leg up, right? It'll be another leg up. So we just even measure this. We measure this, and then let's say this is a level of support. We go up, get you in that $4 to $5 range just off of that momentum. And that's if we break these levels and just go here to here, right? I would say probably about $4 to $5 level would be a next leg up. If it follows that, it could go even higher, because you see what happened here. It could go even higher than that. We go from high to high. It could be even at 6, right? So exciting time for XRP. I know you're seeing XRP everywhere. I think everyone's really starting to see the value with the impact it will have with really complementing the Swift. I wouldn't say take over. I don't want to say that. But one thing I would say with XRP, it's giving the banks an opportunity where they're going to be in an adapt or die scenario, and they'll have to utilize XRP. You'll have to utilize XRP. I don't really see any other blockchain that wants to integrate with banks right now. I don't see that. So very excited about that. We go to coin market cap. It's cooling off a little bit on the fear greed level, fear greed meter, I should say. But as we see here, 3,500 Ethereum. Don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Right, I'm actually buying the dips, and I think everyone should consider that as well. Buy the dips, because what you're seeing here is, we just saw with Metaplanet, everyone's accumulating, right? This Metaplanet public announcement. Who knows when they actually did it? They probably did it recently, because they have to report it. But this is a public announcement by Metaplanet, seeing that the company's continuing to buy. They bought, seeing here, reading this, that the rights were exercised multiple tranches, including 9 million shares. So they're being really public. And as of August 4th, which was just yesterday, this is what they're reporting out with their Bitcoin holdings. So they're buying, if you look like it, probably consistently, you can say weekly, or every 4 to 7 days they're accumulating, right? Every 4 to 7 days they're accumulating Bitcoin. So when you see this cool off, you see red days, just realize every 4 to 7 days they're accumulating crypto. And everyone's worried about Bitcoin right now. I think Bitcoin's going to run out, right? Bitcoin's going to reach its cap where you can't really get any more. Then it's going to trickle to Ethereum. Ethereum's going to reach a cap, probably, right? and then it's going to trickle down. Where that's why I'm thinking there's going to be multiple winners. Bitcoin's going to be king, right? But altcoins are going to be key to get the Bitcoin, right? That's what I believe, right? I believe that there's going to always be some for sale. There's always going to be a situation where someone doesn't mind getting off of their selling their Bitcoin for a certain price for something, right? Because at the end of the day, it's an investment. At the end of the day, it's an investment. And we'll see how everything plays out. But I think we're going to see multiple winners. Multiple winners. These prices are going to be laughable. BNB, $700 is going to be laughable. Cardano, 72 cents is going to be laughable, right? I think we're going to see major returns in this opportunity. But you have to take advantage of that opportunity. And I don't know if there's much time left. I don't think there's much time left, because the moment that liquidity comes and major volume continues to dump into the markets, it's going to change the game forever. So I truly believe that these prices are laughable. I truly believe that we will see major price movements in the near future, especially given the climate that we're in globally, with people adopting and embracing crypto assets. So hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.